Hello, everybody. Nice to see you on today's webinar about marketing automation and user engage. At the beginning, I would like to confirm that everything from technical point of view is correct. I see that there are some participants of our today's webinar. Please, could you confirm to me that everything is correct? So you are able to hear me. You have a chat right here. Right, a chat. Oh, sorry, right here is chat. So if you will confirm me that sound is correct, so that you hear me, I will start our webinar. Okay, thank you for information. Everything is correct. So today we will talk about marketing automation. We will talk about how to get more insights, get more leads and more deals using automated marketing communication. I'm a growth manager in UserEngage, a marketing automation tool, and I will show you how everything works, how you can start with your experience with marketing automation. So marketing automation is part of marketing which enable companies to send personalized message in right moment to the right audience, to the right people. It is one tool for salespeople, for marketing people, and for customer support team. Today, I will show you how our system works on example shop, and we will create some automations in terms of abandoning cart, in terms of lead generation, in terms of any other marketing automation campaigns. So from a user perspective, UserEngage is chat, so one of channels of communication which users who enter your site can contact your support team or can contact your sales team, can ask some questions about your product or your service. But from you as an owner of company, UserEngage is very powerful analytical tool which track activity of your users on your website. I'm quite sure that you know what is Google Analytics. So Google Analytics track activity of your users on your website based on cookies. When user is entering your website for the first time, our script, our tracking script, which in our particular case is also a widget, chat widget script, throws into user browser a cookie file by which this user is tracking. So we do exactly the same as Google Analytics, but the data we show you is shown in a different way. Google Analytics give you information which is aggregate. So from Google Analytics, you know that today on your main website was 3,000 users, but on offering site came 200 of them. We give you this information, but in the other way. We give you that today on main website was John Doe, Paul Smith, Ed Novak, etc., etc. So particular users, and on pricing page or offer page, when this one, and this one. When you will enter UserEngage, you will see a list of your users which are filtered by last seen. So we can name it as a very big spreadsheet, which where each verse is a different user, each row is a different attribute. So user can have different attributes like name, first name, email, phone number, when he was first seen, when he was last seen, etc., etc. So if we can't combine information about who is this user with information with cookie, system will give him random name like adjective, objective like navy, blueberry, peach can, creamstone oyster, etc., etc. But if user have left some data about him via our chat or fill in some pop-up or clicked an email, we send it to him, we will know him as a first name, last name, email address, etc., etc. There are many possibilities to generate from anonymous traffic you are sending to your website, a potential customers, potential leads, using pop-ups, using some forms, using landing pages, etc., etc. We see the same data as we can see in Google Analytics. So when he was first seen, when he was last seen, how many page views he had seen, from which IP address he is logging to our website, from what country he had came. Based on IP address, we can set about from what region and from what city he's logging to our application. We know information about operating system he is using, browser or language version of this browser, or what kind of device. Is it mobile, is it tablet, or is it desktop? So the screen resolution, time zone, etc., etc. There are a lot of attributes combined to each user. Through these attributes, your all data can be filtered. So for example, show me all users to whom I have email address. So email address has any value. I see that I have 15 such users, but show me all users to whom I have email address, and last seen was current month. So I see that for this particular, I have only 2 users who fits those 2 filters. I can, sorry for that, delete this notification. I can create a logic attribute, and so they have to match 1 and 2nd filter, but I can do it match filters or. So one of these parameters have to be matched. So show me all users to whom I have email, or last seen was current month. And I can filter through many, many attributes. Show me all users from specific countries, so from Poland. Show me all users from a specific city. So show me all users who use tablets, or show me all users who fits some specific browser version, etc., etc. I can create also some custom attribute. So marketing agreement, or information about some promo code, or some custom attribute which assigns to my business specifically. And based on those custom attributes, I also can filter those users. It can be dates, it can be integers, so numbers, it can be strings, it can be many types of data through which I can filter my users. Okay, because each user is tracked separately, each user have his own specific profile where we save whole history about this user. In right column, you see his all attributes. Those are the same parameters we were filtering. So I can check, show me city of this user, or show me any attributes. I can filter right here. So show me email, for example, for this user. when you have a lot of custom attributes, this search filter really helps, because I want to analyze this user specifically. In the middle of screen, I see his timeline. So I see exactly what this user is doing. When user enters some specific site, when site is loaded, I see in user profile that he enters this specific site, and this is done real time. So I see what user is live doing on my website. If user performs some specific activity in e-commerce, it can be add to cart or create purchase, and SaaS application, it can be login or create some project or something like that, or submit some filter. It also is notified in user profile. So if I'm adding to cart in this application, I see when this website is loaded, I see that this user have performed add to cart event. This attribute, this event also have event attributes like name of this product, quantity of how many products you have add, price, image URL, product category, etc., etc. Cool thing is that you can not only filter through attributes of user, but you can also filter through events. Each event can be checked through first occurrence or last occurrence. So show me all users who have who last occurrence of event add to cart. So they have added to cart something today. So I think it will be only me because I'm showing you a demo version. Oh, I see that there are many filters fitting this search, but only the person who add to cart today is my profile, yes? But I can also filter users through specific attribute of events. So show me all users who have added to cart something in green color or added to cart product from specific category. So segmentation of users can be done very, very precise. Show me only women who enter my website from New York and added to cart a product from this specific category. So you can segment your users, you can filter your users very, very deep. In left column of user profile, you see to which list this user is assigned. For example, is he our newsletter subscriber or something like that? What tags we have added to him and what segments he is assigned to. Segments are saved filters. So if I have such segment new unknown, those are users to whom I don't know email, and first seen was today. Today I don't have such user, so I will enter this website from incognito mode. So this user will be created. Okay. So when I'm filtering this filter right now, I see that this user, this is me, have entered this this website. Yes. So we track also anonymous user, not only identified. Despite of that we track users very, very deeply, we are a communication tool. So we are all in one tool to communicate with your customers, with your website visitors. You can use conversations to our chat to chat with users on your website. So this is the most common communication channel we are known from. And when user asks some question, this information is automatically seen in this user profile. So you have in one place not only each website he have visited or each activity with each event he performed on your website, like add to cart, create a purchase, etc. But here you have also whole history of user communication. So you can check what kind of messages was with this user shared, or what kind of email campaigns you've sent it to this user, or what kind of email campaigns he have clicked. You can also, if you have some sales guys and you contact with him manually via your email, you can add your email to UserEngage through IMAP integration, and you will see in user profile all communication which was done with this user manual. So you see 360 view on this user, whole information about what he have performed, who he is, so whole information about those user attributes, and whole communication which was sent to this user, and he react on this communication in one place. So but you see those communication, because we are a communication tool, you can send messages through us. When we talk about chat, there is a conversation section where you see all active conversations. And when user is asking some question, this will be notified. So you will get a notification. And this is seen also in this conversation section. You see exactly from which place this message was sent and when it was sent. The cool feature about our chat is that when user is starting typing something, he doesn't have to click send, and you see direct what he have written. So you can prepare your answer before he had clicked send. If you are answering to this user as an agent, users see also that you are writing something to him, but he doesn't see what you are writing. You can create some default replies. So when users are asking many times the same question, you can create some default replies to answer them in more quick way. There are many rules to assign conversation to specific agents, to specific agent groups. So new users can be auto-assigned to salespeople. New customers can be assigned to some onboarding team, and old clients can be assigned to customer success team or something like that. There are very advanced ways to do it. Okay. Despite of this conversation section where you have not only this conversation thing, but you can add some notes from this level, you can communicate between agents, you can ask some agent to please come here and solve this problem for this user, and solve this problem for this user, and this user will get this agent will get some notification come here and solve it. The chat is very, very useful feature we are developing. But we are also an email marketing tool, also an SMS marketing tool, also a web push tool, and a call center. I won't be able to show you all features of communication in our system, so I will present it on email section. If we want to send some email campaign, we of course can send it we can send it from user profile. So when I'm in user profile, I can send to him some direct email just like I would be sending it from my client, like send new email. Yes, and you can write it right here, like hello, etc., etc. You can write it here. You can use some templates you've created before. You can use a particular SMTP from which you can send, because sometimes you want to send email just like from your Gmail or from your Outlook, not from mass mailing, because mass mailing goes to offers, newsletter, etc. And it's mass mailing. But when you want to send a campaign which is sent just like from you written it manually, you can add SMTP and send it just the same you would send this email manually, but it can be done automatically. So you can send to particular user specific email, but you can create an email campaign also. When you are creating an email campaign, you have to decide, will it be a simple campaign? So simple campaign is a campaign you are using in MailChimp or other tool like any newsletter tool. And you can create it simple, where you choose when you create emails you want to send, so specific message you want to send. You choose recipients you want to address this message. Yes, so you can use our layouts, you can import your templates, you can create your specific email messages by using our drag and drop editor. It's really, really easy, and it's really, really simple to create beautiful email campaigns just to customize your emails. Each email can be personalized, like you can write in emails like, hi, here you will put this user first name, etc., etc. So it's really, really easy to create such email. You have to name it as subject email, you have to name some test email, etc., etc. So you are adding this message to the campaign. When you are sending a simple campaign, you can send it to specific recipients. So on the next step, you choose to whom you want to send this email campaign, like this one, this guy, this guy, and this guy, or filter them using our filters. And on the last step, you choose date when you want to send this user, from which SMTP you want to send it, etc., etc. If you are choosing campaigns which is not simple, but it's automation, campaign used in automation, you don't have this recipient step because this email will be sent based on user activity. Most powerful feature in our marketing automation tool is automations. So this is the place where you can set up to what users you will send what specific messages. All marketing automation tools work quite the same. There are some triggers which start actions. There are some conditions which have to be made. You send actions. And in the simplest example, it looks like if user visits some specific website, for example, if user visit your pricing page or offering page, you can check if you have to this user email address. So for example, if you have his email address, if user has any value, so this is identified user, you know who he is, you can send to him, hi Mike, on chat, hi Mike, I see you're looking at our offer, how can I help you, what you're interested in. But if you don't know his email, he's anonymous, he's unidentified. For such users, you can show some forms. these forms can be done in our tool. You can create very beautiful, very advanced pop-ups, so some lead magnets, etc., etc. You can do it by pasting your code or using our form builder, which you can decide what kind of pop-up you want to show them, what kind of texts you want to use in this pop-up, what kind of inputs you want to use, etc., etc. So for example, when I'm using this example, I want to send email, and this will be saved as attribute email. I want to add some marketing agreements, so agreement with checkbox, etc., etc. So this will be saved form, and using automation, I can choose it from my forms. Yes, this is the simplest automation. There is some trigger, user visits specific page. There is some condition, do we know this user or not? And there are some action based on who he is. If he is unidentified, we say hi to him on chat. If he isn't identified, we can show him this form. So this is the simplest automation, but you can create much more advanced automation. So for example, after showing this form, you can wait 10 seconds. After those 10 seconds, you can check if this form have been submitted, and if it had been submitted, you can send him an email, or just after submitting this email, you can send him this email campaign like, hi, I see your, thank you for subscribing to our newsletter, or here's your ebook, etc., etc. But if he haven't submitted this form, you can send him another chat message like, hello, I see you're looking at our pricing, our offering page. How can I help you? Maybe you have some questions, etc., etc. So based on user activities, you can use several forms of communication. Email messages, forms, emails, but also SMS, also phone calls. Many actions can be done. You can also create such drip email campaigns. So after you've sent him this ebook or coupon code, you can wait, for example, 7 days. After 7 days, you can check if he have performed you are interested, what kind of action you are interested in. For example, if you send him a coupon code, you can check if this user have purchased something in last 7 days. And if it's yes, it's okay, but if he haven't done, you can send him another email like, hi, I saw you 7 days ago, you've downloaded some coupon, you haven't used it till now, what's the reason? Maybe we can talk, schedule a call or something like that. So there are a lot of possibilities you can use in our application. Here, we are providing you a lot of automation templates where you can choose automation for specific business needs. And for e-commerce, can be some scoring users, personalized content on page users, welcome back chat message, or autoresponder for chat. For each such automation, we have a description. You can use these templates, and it loads all bricks on the stage. There is also a video recorded how you can set up this automation. So this is very easy. When you are saving automation, you have to think about timing. So do you want to, for each user, load this automation once, or each time condition is met, or for some days, or for example only on choosing given weekdays. There are a lot of tools provided from our application, so you can use pop-ups, you can use HTML blocks, so you can personalize content on your website. We have for e-commerce also such product mobile feature, so you can send information about products, for example, abandoning cart, emails, but we are also a sales application, so we are also a CRM where you can create this sales pipeline where your customers, where your sales force is creating deals and taking deals to another stage of pipeline. So you can customize your pipelines, you can check how your sales team performs, so they can salespeople mostly see this profile, so they have some to-dos, some activities to done. You can check many reports about your user salespeople activity, so how many deals was won, how many activities was done, etc., what are conversion, etc. You can also create such dashboards, so interactive views which show how many users were in specific segment, or how your how your users perform on chat, how your sales team perform on chat. So there are many widgets depending on CRM, depending on chat, depending on emails or events, which can be shown using this interactive graph. So, for example, show me all users who have purchased, how many purchases I've done in this user. You can create add widget, and on this profile you will see how many events was done for this specific user in specific timeline. We are also a documentation tool, so you can create articles, Q&As for your customers, and ask when users are asking many questions at the same time, you can create simple section Q&A to such CMS to answer most common users. If you want to start with our marketing automation tool, I recommend you should start with Guide for Beginners. This is an interactive onboarding solution where you see how to create some specific automation. There is a written description. There is also a to-do list, what you have to do to create such automation, like saving abandoned carts. If you want to start exploring our solution, first thing you have to do is implement our chat widget, so also our tracking code on your website. You can do it in several ways. You can paste it on, you ask your IT team to paste it in your on your website. You can use some plugins like WordPress or Magento or Instapage or Tumblr if you use some common e-commerce site or CMS solution. You can also use Google Tag Manager. I recommend embedding our script using Google Tag Manager. It can be done in very, very advanced ways. Okay, our pricing model is based on contacts. So depending on how many contacts, so identified users you have in your user base, our payment section, our pricing model looks differently. So when you are growing, your customers, your contact base is growing much more, and we interpret this solution as a win-win solution. Thanks to us, your company can have more clients, and you can pay for such a marketing automation solution more. We aren't paid per seat, so no matter if you have one client from one agent from your team working on our solution, or you have 20 teams, 20 people in your application, the price of our solution is the same. Here you can customize your plan, so you can choose what kind of features you're interested in. If you are interested in CRM, email marketing, chat, you will pay only for those features. If you are not interested in call center analytics or our API documentation, you don't have to pay it. One service from our side is built no matter of your contact base. It costs $500, and this is assistance from our side. Marketing automation specialist will analyze your specific business needs, will help you implement our solution from technical point of view, and will help you to create your first automation. This is not an agency service, so we will help you to do it. We won't write your email or create some banners, etc., but we will help use this very powerful tool effectively. Okay, this will be all information I've prepared for you. Thank you for attending today's webinar. If you have any questions, I will, after this webinar, send you an email to schedule some meeting so we could discuss your own personal needs. So thank you for today's call. If you have any questions, please write me an email. Thank you. Bye-bye.